We went ahead and sprung for the comfort seat package. It's got the suspension post. After just a few miles, we've got a spring issue. You can clearly see it here. The suspension post works beautiful. Huge difference in the seat and in the ride quality. But this here, just a little while ago, and this bike only has 11 miles on it, and all them's on my driveway. This spring just kind of collapsed through here, so I'm not sure what happened here. But what I'm going to do, rather than go ahead and bug them with warranty, they've been really good on warranty, because when I bought this bike brand new, it was supposed to include a battery. There was no battery in the box. So after taking several photos of the box, and they checked the code, and sure enough, with that code number, the battery should have been with the bike, but it was not. So by the end of the day, after making that morning phone call, they had already sent me a FedEx tracking number. I had my new battery on the way. So my experience with them is excellent customer service. I'm not going to bother with this seat. I'm going to try spot welding it, or basically a tack weld. That's kind of generally a bad idea to tack weld spring metal. It can mess with the heat treatment, and usually the result is another crack in it, or it breaking all the way through again. But what I'll do is, if I don't have any good luck on this spring, I'll go ahead and buy a Cloud 9, because it will mount right on this suspension post. But for the 99 bucks, you are getting a nicer seat. It's a much wider seat. It's a full 10-inch wide seat, and the suspension post definitely does its job. So let's take a closer look at this spring. Let's push down on it and kind of watch the action here. There you can see. Well, it seems like that the coils on this spring have just worked their way down through the seat bracket, or the seat base here. But I can rotate this. Now I can't this, and there's no previous tack welds on it. So what I'm going to do is thread this, figure out which way to go. Screwing that up, I'm going to get the same number of coils as this side. So I have the base that's flat, and then 1, 2, 3, 4. Fourth one is right here. The base is flat, 1, 2, 3, 4. So that should be pretty level right there. And then I'll show you what my plan is. I'm going to tack weld that. And if it breaks, I'll throw it in the trash and get another one. Let's take a look, closer look. So what I'm going to attempt is to put some weld right in here. The spring right to this main bracket. Well, let's take it inside and see how it works. May not work worth a darn. Back to heat down. If you attempt this, don't use any more heat than necessary. Let's cover up that rubber boot. We definitely have a really good small weld, but whether or not it's going to hold or not, I weigh 175, who knows. So much for warranty now. I'm going to guess that if it breaks that weld, it would break another 1/2 inch of weld. For all I know, the Cloud 9 comes out of the exact same factory as this electric upgrade seat. I told you it was 10 inches. Let me check. Yeah, it's a 10-inch seat. Okay, we'll slap it on and try it. Well, I'm going to take it for a short hop over some rough yard and a gravel road. Be right back. Okay, we went on about 3 miles of rough road. About half of it was a yard with a lot of mole activity, so it was rough. And then we went on about 1.5 miles of rough gravel roads with some potholes. I don't abuse my equipment, but I did a fairly good test on the seat. Let's push down on it, and I'll show you why I think it's going to hold up. But long term, of course, we don't know. I'll push on the right side, about the same amount on the left side. You can see the spring action. This spring appears really locked in place. I'm not sure what happened to this side, but as you saw it just come down through the bracket, and I put about 3/4 of an inch of a light weld right here. It may hold. Time will tell. It remains to be seen. Typically, you don't have really good luck anytime you have to weld on some kind of a spring, especially when there's movement like there is here. Got good action there. And I never made any adjustments on the suspension post. That's the way it was out of the box. Let's take a close look at the weld, and then we'll wrap it up. We'll try to get that to focus on my finger. The weld runs from about here to here. It might be actually about 1 inch, but I think you get the idea there. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to ask them in the comment section. Hey, thanks for watching. Travel safe out there.